Good evening, folks. Hope everyone's Sunday afternoon is going well. Uh, Hope everyone had a good 4th of July holiday and still have all your digits on your hands today. What I want to do is a video on an economical, fairly easy way to hook up a VFO to your Brownings. This will work on any Brownings that has the extra channels on the receiver. What we have is it's a 10 through 20 megahertz, 10 kilohertz through 20 megahertz VFO / RF generator. These things are they're easy to find, and they're economical. You can pick them up for $55. They were like 35. Pretty simple in the back. It's rechargeable. You have a C port. You're on and off in the back. Charge light. You want to hook up to the output side of it, and it worked great. You pause the video, and by the way, they hook up with a SMA connector in the back, kind of like this cable. And this is the kind of cable you want to get. This is the RG316 low loss cable. Low loss because you don't want to lose any of your signal. The less amount of signal you can lose between this VFO and where it goes into the transceiver, the better results you're going to have. So what I did, I ordered some of these, I think I ordered 3 foot. You can get them with a male or a female. The only thing I'm going to use is the male. And what I do, I'll cut this off and I'll find me some pins. And what you do, I took the crystal out of, let me get it so you can see it. Light's bright. Channel 13. I took the crystal out of channel 13. It's fairly simple. Every crystal has a frequency number on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the frequency number is not 7447. It's actually up above it. The frequency in these Mark IIIs for channel 13 is 16420. So let me get this thing hooked back up. I'll pause the video and I'll be right back, and I'll show you how to set it up. Okay, as you can see, I ran a wire, and I just took me 2 pins and soldered it to the shield and the center conductor of that coax, and I plugged both sides into the crystal slot. Doesn't matter, one of them's ground, doesn't matter which side you have them plugged in, it'll work. I just ran that one through one of the vent holes in the top. I'll go ahead and turn it on while we're back here and turn it around. So as you can see, it's actually, so if we're at 16420 and you have a step button on this, and you can change every point of this frequency from right to left in 1-digit increments. What you want to change, I have mine set, you need it set at 10 kilohertz, because there's 10 kilohertz. When you change the channel, it changes at 10 kilohertz. So at 16420, that's transmitting on channel 9. Your receiver's different, so should be transmitting on channel 13. That's where I have it set. You can always use your spot button. It's better if you have a frequency counter. So at 16420, we should be receiving also on channel 13 on the receiver. So if we want to go down to channel 10 or 12, We drop it down to 16.410. Roll our receiver down to channel 12. We hit the spot button. If we key up, we should be at 27.105. I've got too much background noise. You get a little bit of the noise out of it. 27.105. So, where it gets a little tricky, especially if you don't have a frequency counter, and the setup on these things they're pretty easy. Once you figure out the steps, and you just go through each one of these digits until you change each digit to 16. The first thing you don't want to mess with the zeros. Just use your step button and go over to this one. Set this one on 0, 1, and hit your step button. Go to the next one and change it, and so on and so forth. It'll show your own 18 meters, but that's just the frequency that crystal is generating on. So if we're at channel 12 right there, and say we want to go to channel 26, how many channels do we have between channel 12 and 26? So you had to include your RC channels, your radio control channel. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The RC channel counts as 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we go over here and we go, what did I say, 15 clicks, we should end up at 570. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're at 16,570 there. As you can see, that should put us on channel 26. So the receiver, and it gets kind of confusing with the frequencies, because actually channel 26 is 10 kilohertz ahead of channel 23, even though there's 2 channels between those. And that's where it kind of gets in. If we hit our spot button, see, we're pretty close. We should be at 27,265. Look at there, 27,265. So these things are pretty neat, and they'll, these Mark IIIs, there was one version of them that had the HF bands, and as you can see the top, well, you can't see because the light's in it's too bright. The CB band is on top, and the bottom, if you look down under it, channel 23 is 27,575. You can get there with this VFO by moving it. Each click is 10 kilohertz. You put your radio up on the high frequency. Again, your transmitter stays on the channel that you have your VFO plugged into, and this is your transmitter. Your receiver's over here. It's going to receive, once you put it on the HF slot, it's going to receive those high frequencies that's at the bottom of the channel selector, the ones that's like 27,565. You can change this VFO by going that many steps up to that channel. Like I said, it makes it easier if you have a frequency counter, or you could simply count the channels between there, because this thing will go, it goes back down to, I think, channel 28. Yeah. it goes down to channel 28. So you could go from 26 and count the channels between 26 and wherever you wanted to go to, and just turn the same number of the clicks at 10 hertz, and you can transmit on those channels just by flipping your switch on your receiver over to the HF slot. Hope I didn't confuse anybody. Like I said, this is a simple and economic way to hook a VFO up to your Browning transmitter, where you can transmit. You can transmit on 40 channels. It will get you into places that you don't need to be, or you're not supposed to be anyway, because it'll transmit between 10 and 220 megahertz. But hope I didn't confuse everybody. Like I said, the channel, a lot of people use channel 23. I use channel 13 because it's kind of in the center of the 23 channel band. And by the way, when I set this thing up, I used it to go to channel 20, where I moved my transmitter to channel 20 and tuned the load tuner in the back of it to where it is centered up on channel 20. And believe it or not, on channel 26, let's see. Let me go back to channel 26. Two watts. And just by, see, I can flip back to channel 12 right here. 2 watts. So that helps your band spread, where your wattage doesn't drop off a whole lot, because some of these old radios are narrow banded, and it keeps you from having to adjust your wattage. Now if you get on up above 40, you're probably going to be kin less than 2 watts. I went in this transmitter and modified the output the output resistor. I added more resistance to it to lower the dead key, because it was dead key in almost 5 watts. So I did that. That's why it's keying 2 watts. It gives it a little bit more audio. Doesn't swing as much, but that's why I have my old trusty JB12. So there you go, folks. Any questions, feel free to ask me. But it works just fine. No problems at all. That was on the crystal mode. Now, one thing I can tell you, I can run this thing all day without it being charged. But if it goes dead and you do not have a good USB charger, your frequency is going to be off on it. So I don't run mine with a charger on it. I have some extra cables ordered, and what I plan to do is, on the end, I'm going to take one of these and run me a cable out the back and hook it to a RCA jack. I have some male and female RCA jacks ordered. That way I can readily just have a cable hanging out of the back of it, and I don't have to mess with. I'll put me a cable with an RCA jack on this VFO, and I don't have to unscrew that SMA connector every time. I have 2 of these, and I'm going to try to do a little experimenting on some of these other tube type radios. It's going to be a little bit different, because to get into the receive, it's going to require getting into the mixer crystal. And I'm not sure if my old mind is up to all that, but I'm going to try it. But just a little tip. Hope it helps someone that has been hunting for an alternative VFO. Like I said, this one's compact. You don't have to deal with the old Siltronics that were bad about drifting, and some of them even needed an upgraded amp board. The aftermarket ones they're making, the DDS VFOs, they look good with these radios, and they're kind of simple to hook up. Also, they're just they're a little more than $50, but good evening. Hope everyone has a good Sunday afternoon. Shoe shine, boy. And CB radio at its best. See ya.